So this is Dr. Freeman. It's a beautiful morning around 7:30 or so, June 2nd. I thought I'd show you a little video on some of my maintenance that I do on my camera, just to show you some of the kind of field techniques, if you will. Maintenance is the topic of the day. So we have this two-guard camera, two-guard HL100, I guess it is. A few years old, and I've noticed that it's starting to have some problems with water leaking in there. And what I did was I went home and I tried to clean it up real good, and tried to remove these little bands here. There's little small rubber bands, and clean underneath them with a toothbrush. And I was just trying to really clean it up. And I got it home and I went, put it underneath some water, and noticed that water was still creeping down inside here. And so I said, well, how is it getting in there? So I looked and said, okay, it seems like it's always on this particular side over here where the water is leaking down into. And so I really thought about it, and I realized that the water is seeking in on the hinges right here, not around the seals, not at the bottom, but in the hinges. I don't know if you can see that or not. Little silver hinge. So I learned by going on YouTube. YouTube is a wonderful thing. That what you can do is you can use this particular type of grease, which I'm going to use. Water and grease really don't go well together. So the idea is that water won't be able to get through this grease. So I'm going to see if I can get this grease to come out. I don't have very much of it. Just enough so water can't get through there. I mean, I put it on the rings before, which I just shared, and what happens is it gets all greasy. You have to be real careful about it. But just put that on that way. And I really didn't like it at first because everything, as I just mentioned, everything got all greasy. But I mean, it's real clear to me if the water is coming down through here. I don't have it so much. And this little bit of grease should stop it. So I'm going to put this on here like this. Wipe it off in some spots because I still got to handle this. It looks like a mess, but by the time I wipe it off, it should be okay. And water should not be able to get down in through there. This is the moment of truth. This is the camera that had a whole lot of water damage. Not damage from water, but water was seeping in. And I used some white grease to try to prevent that water from coming in here. Getting into this camera. I'm actually holding another camera while I'm doing this. So let's take a look. If this camera is dry on the inside, it lets me know that the white grease that I used worked out. Type of grease that you use on faucets and such. Is there water inside? There is a little water inside, but not like it was before. But considering it was an absolute deluge out here, this is pretty good. So it didn't stop it totally, but got the bulk of it. I'll put some more of that white grease on there, and then it'll be in a good spot, I think. Okay, as I indicated, this camera had little to no water in there, which is a huge success to me anyway. But before it would be a deluge, I mean, just filled with water from the top, all down through the rim down here. I mean, to this section down here, but very little water. Didn't put enough white grease on there. I'm going to show you this white grease that I'm going to apply. It's called silicone grease, actually. You can get this at Home Depot, Lowe's, place like that. So I'm going to go on and put a little bit more on here. Move around. Let me close it up this time. And you see my level there on the top. That's so I try to get my videos level. There we go. Nothing worse than getting your camera back and everything looks like it's going downhill. So I'm going to put this right on here. Just a little bit, if I can get this last little bit to squeeze out. There. I think I'm going to open it up too. I think it's going in right in that section right there. So I'm going to squeeze almost like toothpaste. Squeezing the last little bit out. All up through here. Just to be careful because I don't want to go on and put too much on because then it gets hard to handle. It's greasy. But I'm convinced that it's coming in right there at the top. So I'm going to spin around here a little bit. Open it up. And put a little on the inside. Yeah, hard to control the camera and do this. So there's just a little bit there. And that should really do it. But I'm very pleased because I got 95% of the water out of there based on the storm that we had. And that camera should be set. So I'm going to turn it on. A little bit of water there at the bottom. I think that will dry up. I'm going to turn it on. It's all set. Have it count down. Always good to try to do this with one hand, right? Now it's counting down. And that camera is set for the week.